Hi everyone, this is Rupali joining.
Hi Rupali, this is Saurav.
Hi.
Good morning to all the judges. I'm Pranav Gangurde. We'll be beginning with our session shortly. The teams will be joining soon. This is a kind request to all the judges to please switch on their cameras for the session.
Sure, Pranav. Thanks, sir. Sure. Pranav, give us 5 minutes. I will be there on the video. Will that be fine?
Yes, sir, no problem at all.
Okay, okay, sure.
Hello. Are all the judges ready? We'll be admitting our first team soon.
Yes, yes, Pranav, we can get started. Sure.
Yes.
And Pranav, before we go ahead, just a few doubts. So how is the like presentation? We are time bound. Like how much time is allocated for presentation? How much time for question? And yeah.
So for every team, we've allotted 15 minutes, and the 15 minutes include the question answer round and the presentation that the teams will do for the websites or the web apps. So for the first 7 to 8 minutes, they'll be presenting their screen and they'll be telling you about the website that they've built, how they've like worked around the solution for the problem statement. And for the next 5 to 7 minutes, you guys can ask them questions.
Okay. And the format, they're going to start with their backgrounds, their names, and what all they do and all. And after that, they're going to present the solution, right?
Yes, sir. If you want, I'll ask them to do that. We haven't actually briefed them about introducing themselves. They'll just introduce their team, but when they join the meeting, I'll surely let them know to start this way.
Sure, sure. That would be good. Else I can also share my expectations. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
And I hope all the judges have the evaluation sheets with them as well, because the evaluation sheets have the problem statements as well as the description of the criteria also, so they can judge accordingly.
Sure, sure. We have. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Sorry for the delay. My teammate is just joining because he did not have Zoom installed on his computer. He did not know that the presentation is going to be on Zoom.
Yeah, I have joined Dheeraj.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, sir. Sir, we are ready to begin.
Sure, please go ahead. And team, before we get started, just a few things I want you guys to cover. So get started with your background, like which stream you belong to, and anything which you want to share, which can help us in better judging about your this. And after that, you can give your uh, problem statement. Okay, what you understand from the problem statement, why you think it's important, and then the starting with the technicals and explain the functional aspects as well. That's how the flow will be. But again, you can add your what you say uh, your secret sauce into it to make it effective. You are pretty much open for innovation. Any kind of way you want to think it's better to present. That is any role play, anything. I'm not going to bound you, but yeah, if these things are covered, it's better. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Sir, I am Dheeraj from Thadoman Shahani Engineering College. I'm a second year computer engineering student since this hackathon was for second years. So, my teammates will also introduce themselves and then we'll start with the problem statement.
Yeah, so hello sir, I am Shairan More from Thadomal Chani Engineering College. I am also in second year, and yeah, this is my second hackathon.
Hello, and I'm Jeb Hausar. I'm also from second year engineering, and I'm the front-end developer in this project, one of the front-end developer. So, Dheeraj, you can start.
Yeah, just a
And before you guys start, actually, can you just tell the team names that you guys belong to, because the judges have to fill the
yeah.
evaluation sheets up.
So,
Yeah,
so the team name is Code Legions.
Coders Legion.
Coders Legion. Yeah.
Yes, Dheeraj, you can begin with your presentation.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So,
Just
sir.
make sure, just a second, just make sure
Yeah.
that the presentation takes up to 7 to 8 minutes.
Sure.
After
Yeah,
that, the judges will be asking you questions
All
regarding
right.
your
yeah.
presentation.
Sharon, you can start with the PPT that we just made, and then we
Uh,
can show the side
it's
demo.
saying it's saying that you cannot start screen share while the other participant is sharing the screen. So who?
Yeah, just a second. We'll be stopping the share screen and we'll.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you can go ahead and share your screen.
Yeah. So I hope my screen is visible. Yeah. So this was our problem statement that we were asked to create a COVID-19 patient management system, uh, which where you can create the patient user, and yeah, you can also update the health details of the user. Yeah, and the criteria was that only management can
Edit the data.
user
So,
details.
so the requirements were one that the interface to insert the data should be very easy to understand, because as the mentors told us that we are on a war footing and the things need to be very unanimous and very fast. There should be no lag, and the the person who is inserting the data should be able to figure out the user interface very quickly. So that was one of our goals. And then the next goal was that there should be a secure access. So the patient health details should not get leaked. So we have restricted the access to the admin user and the staff. Only these two people can access the data and update the data into the database. So these were our main two goals. Yeah, Sharon. And the third goal was to create a dashboard with which displays the information in a way that, suppose I am a patient, and if I want to get myself admitted, so I should be able to see if the number of beds are available, what number of beds are available, what how many ventilators are available, and if I should go to this hospital or not. So while the initial rounds also we were asked to increase the access, so what we did was we released the access to the
Dashboard public.
dashboard public. And while we were at it, we thought that why not add some tips for prevention of COVID. So we'll just show that in the demo. Sharon, go to the next slide.
Yeah.
Next slide.
So this was our tech stack. For front end, we use HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap framework for making the web app responsive. You can view the web app on your iPad as well as on your laptop. And also we use jQuery for making the response, for making it more interactive.
Interactive, like the search will give you autofill suggestions, because again, since we are talking about quick access, so the user should not have to type the whole name of the doctor or something which they are filling. And the we
For
used
communicating.
yes, we used Django as our backend, because since Django gives us pre-baked security, there is a lot of security involved in using Django. They give us CSRF protection and everything. And the second thing was, if in the future we plan to upgrade it, so converting this client-side rendering to an API-based rendering would be very much easier using the Django REST framework. So we kept in mind that this project can become scalable in the future, and if we want to create a mobile app in the future, then we'll be easily able to use this as a backend for our app. So this was the reason for using our tech stack, this as a tech stack. Sharon, go to the next slide. So here are the basic steps that we followed. Sharon, you can continue.
Yeah, so these are basically the blocks represent the features in our web app. We have created a very simple UI, which Dheeraj will show in a short while. And plus, we have also added authentication for admin as well as staff. And if you see the UI for update data, which is very accessible, easily accessible. And uh, as so what public will see, that is our general public who are not staff, is the dashboard and about section only.
Information page for COVID patients,
Yeah.
and what good practices they can use to prevent COVID, etc. like that.
Yeah, and the staff can see the form for updating and
Adding patient records and everything.
Yeah, and yeah, we have also added a bed map for quick visibility. That is how many beds are occupied in the hospital. So yeah,
Next.
Dheeraj,
Yeah, should I start with my presentation?
demo?
Yeah, I'll start with my site demo, sir. Just a minute.
I don't want to disturb you. Just one piece of what you say guidance from my side. If one of you can speak at one point of time, it will be better for us to focus. Yeah.
Okay,
Like
sir. Okay.
if you finish, I can see, understand. You can cover the things in parts. Like one form you cover, second form Jack covers. So it will be better if that can be done. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay. So, sir, initially, if you, sir, is my screen visible? Okay. So, sir, now you can see that this is the dashboard. So we can see that how many patients have been admitted to the hospital, how many have been deceased, and how many have been recovered. So this is the public dashboard. The general public can take a look at this. And also what we have made is, this is our specialty. This is the bed map. So you can see the red squares are occupied beds and the green squares are empty beds. So the user who comes on the website can just see only 2 beds are available. So they can make a quick decision whether to go for this hospital or to move on to the next option. So this is one of the things which is available to the public, and it is and then this is the next page, which is the information page. So what we have done is we tried to include the WHO guidelines over here, that what guidelines should the people in general follow, and then the Google do the 5 stay home. So all these good tips which the users can follow to stay safe, and the guidelines given by the government. So we have included these 3 guidelines, these 3 things in our information page. So now if I start with the login page, so just a minute. So now I'll be logging in as a staff member currently, so I can show my my access to you. So, sir, as you can see that now I have logged in as a staff member and my name is also displayed over here. So I have access to add patient and view patient list. So if I go to add patient and say I have to admit a new patient has come to me. So I can just type in the names. And then I can just type in the number. And then the relative name, the relative who's coming along with the patient, who will be taking care of the patient, or the person who should the hospital contact with. So and now the address of the patient. And if the patient has any prior ailments, we can add it over here so that the doctor can use it as a future reference while diagnosing the patient. So that will be, say, and now, so this is a feature that it will show only the beds which are available. So if you currently you saw on the map that there are only 2 beds available, so I can quickly choose which bed to allot. And this is the birth date of the patient. So
Go to the beds available again.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So now we can choose a status over here. We have color coded. So if the patient is critical, it will be shown as red. If the patient is recovering, it will be shown as green. And if the yellow, if the person is recovered, it will be shown as green. And if the person is deceased, then we can show it as gray. So currently, if suppose assuming that the patient is critical, and here we have provided a quick checkbox list over here, so we can see which symptoms are readily visible on the patient. So say the patient has dry cough and tiredness and sore throat, and say chest pain over here, chest pain and loss of speech. So if I add this patient over here, it takes me to the detailed page. So where I have the name and the bed number of the patient. So all this data is readily visible. And currently, since there is no doctor which is looking at this patient. So once the patient gets admitted, what we can do is we can type in the name of the doctor over there, say, and see this drop down comes automatically, which doctors are there in the hospital and who will be taking care of the patient. So that I assign Dr. Harshad Mehta, and say Dr. Harshad says that he'll be visiting the patient at 5 p.m. So I can update the time of the doctor, and if say doctor gives some notes that what care kind of care should the patient be given. Say the doctor says to take blood reports, so take blood reports. So I can just save it, and it gets saved in the database. So next time, if I go to patient list, view patients, and I can see that Raj is over here, our new patient. I can go to the update page. I can see what details have been submitted over here, and so that can show at a glance what the patient's current condition is, and it will help the doctor take quick action. So the next thing which we wanted to show was the in view patient list page. So we have a great search feature over here. So if say I want to search the search a name of the patient, so I can type P and it will show me only it will just give me a drop down of which patient is over here, and I can even search by bed number if I want to see who has been allotted B2 bed, and I click on search. So it will show me that currently no patients have been allotted. And then if I go to, let's say, another patient, I can see, I can search for the patient over here. It should show me, just a minute.
Dheeraj, bed number, you have allotted bed number, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so I can see that Jai Bhavsar has been allotted bed number 2 and he has been recovered. So this is one of the things, and then we can see which patients are in the recovering state. So RECO, recovering state, and I can just remove the name from over here. So it will show me only the patients who are like currently recovering. So you can see that this patient is in the recovering state. So this is a quick search functionality which we implemented so that the hospital staff can just quickly search for the patient that they are looking for and then update the details of the patient.
Quick question. So, do
Yeah.
you have any validation on the phone numbers?
On the phone numbers, currently we have just restricted it to 15 digits, but currently there is no validation on the phone numbers.
Okay. So did you guys think of putting any validation on the patient details? Like, how would you authenticate whether the details entered by or provided by by someone are really the valid details? Like the patient name, date of birth, is this correct? All those details provided to the hospital are correct or not?
Currently, we did not do that validation, but the thing is that because of validation, sometimes it becomes irritating that even the small, what do you say, measures are not followed and the data does not get added quickly. So our goal over here was to store the raw data
No,
as soon as the
not
patient.
the upfront validation on the form, but anything that the hospital could do in the backend, like capturing the Aadhaar card number, or that would have helped, right? That would have added some authenticity to the data that is being
Yes,
entered.
yes, agreed.
Another thing is when you go to the dashboard, a quick date range might have helped, do you think, to get an idea how many patients were admitted during so and so date range, or how many patients were recovered and went home happily
Yes, ma'am.
in last month's time?
Yes, ma'am.
Would that
Yes,
help
ma'am.
to the hospital? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. That would have helped the hospital. Yes.
Great.
So one more thing. So are you treating the relatives of the patients coming in as probable patients, because they may also have symptoms, right? So you also need to store their data as well, whoever comes
Okay.
along.
So currently we have just stored the contact number and the name of the patient, but we haven't stored anything else for the relatives part at least.
You store that, that could be, easily traceable
Ye-
in
Yes,
the
yes, understood. Yeah.
And the dashboard that is available to normal people, right? That
Yes.
is only paid availability.
Bed availability, how many patients are there? So currently, previously it was 6, now it became to 7 when I added a patient over here. How many patients are recovered and how many patients have been deceased? How many ventilators are available? So all that data is being made public so that the patient can quickly make a decision whether to uh, get admitted in this hospital or not.
And what is this pending request?
Pending request, ma'am, it was a future prospect that we thought that we might add, is that the patient itself can just fill in the data, and suppose if the beds get full over here, so they can just put a request that we need to get admitted over here, and then they can fill up the form. That was a future prospect that we thought of.
Okay, excellent. Great. Saurabh, sir, do you have any questions? Otherwise, we can go through the
Yeah, just
development part.
yeah, yeah, sure. So, Dheeraj, I actually love your dashboard and the neat UI. So
So
only
thanks to Sharon, he did the UI part of it.
okay, yeah, that's good. The only one thing. So we're saying pending request. So it's basically you are planning to give access to everyone, like not only the
So
hospital staff. Right now,
so
I
that will
just
be,
yeah,
yes, sir. Sorry,
the
complete.
scaling
You,
part. The scaling part, right, means in the future you are planning to make it available to the user sitting at home, the patient sitting at
yes,
home. They
yes,
can
sir.
make a okay. So that's what the future aspects are.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. And just tell me very briefly any particular technical challenge you encounter and which you couldn't solve till now, and that's the reason you didn't encounter that. Sorry, you didn't add that functionality feature to this application. Any
Uh,
one thing.
so the thing was that we currently did not have like some time that we needed to plan out of like the flow of the project on the second day. So we were running short on time. So that is why one of these features were remaining. Yeah, went remaining over here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And just a small feedback, guys. While you're building the front end, make sure there are no spelling mistakes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Sure.
Recovered is
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
wrongly spelled.
Sorry.
No
Sure. Yeah.
problem. Just be careful.
Thank
One
you
more
so much.
thing. What's the algorithm of the for the patient to choose
For the patient
this
too.
to choose a particular hospital? Is it a nearby
So, the thing which we keep in mind is that it should be in their vicinity so that they can get the required care as soon as possible. So we have kept only that in mind as of now.
So I mean, you have not shown me the you have not shown us the how the so patient sees this dashboard the first page itself or
Sir, I cannot hear you, sir. Uh,
hello,
yes, sir.
you can hear me. So what's the dashboard that the patient will see?
So this is the dashboard that patient will see, sir.
This is the okay. This is the staff, right? Not for the patient.
So this is for the staff, and we have made it public for the people also. That how many patients have
Okay.
been recovered. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So the staff and the public can use this dashboard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But only the staff
Right.
can only
For
add and
the
modify data. Public can only view the data.
right.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
One last question from my side, Dheeraj and team. So, how many reusable components you have used till now for this application, and where do you think you could have reused rather than reinventing the wheel in terms of front end, in terms of back end, in terms of decoupling, coupling? So, just these two aspects. Yeah.
Uh, Sir, we have used Bootstrap, and Bootstrap just gave us the UI for this particular single card over here, and the rest of the things is everything created by us only. So these cards, this card, particular card with the border, is the thing which we used ready-made, and the everything else was like made by us. And sir, we would have used a proper front-end framework and a proper backend as an API, but that was way away from our expertise as of now. So we currently stuck to server-side rendering.
Yeah, actually, my point was to make you like on the login screen and all. So rather
Mhm.
than reworking on the things and looking at your simple login UI,
Mhm.
so you could have reused some WordPress and all these
Yeah.
aspects. So yeah,
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to make you in the future probably you can make
Yes, sir.
sure how
Yeah.
many because in a hackathon it's a 24-hour time frame, right?
It's
So
a 20.
you can't
Yes, sir.
build everything from scratch. So how many reusable
Yes, sir.
components you use? I'm coming from. I also participate in a lot of hackathons in TCS. So
Mhm.
yeah, this is my background. So that's the reason we tend to use lot many reusable components as
Mhm.
much we can, and that's what been appreciated by the judges as
Mhm.
well. Yeah.
Mhm.
So probably it's just a second year you created this web app. So congrats for that.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
all
sir.
the very best from my side. Any
Thank you, sir.
questions from other? Please.
Dheeraj Harshal here.
Yes, sir.
What is that toggle button?
So toggle button is just the this thing.
Okay,
If you
just
want to
it's
show.
just hiding. Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. Yeah.
Dheeraj, is this site responsive?
Yeah, you can view this on your tablet as well as yeah, on laptop. So for mobile, it is not so responsive, since most of the times the management will add the patient through the laptop. Yeah, Dheeraj will be
Okay.
doing that.
Okay, great. So it is
Uh, this is
responsive
the
at least for
iPad
tablet.
view, and we
Okay,
can
Yeah,
view it over here.
this is excellent. Great. Okay. And you mentioned that you have a server-side rendering.
Yes, ma'am.
So would you be able to explain that? You have a Bootstrap in front end.
Yes, ma'am.
You use jQuery,
Yes, ma'am.
but your Django is giving you the entire component to render.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so if you have a couple of more minutes, we would like to hear from you how did you manage this in 2 days? Like who played what role, and how did you manage to integrate?
Yes, ma'am. Sure. So we had some experience. Just a minute, ma'am. So we had some experience with Django, because I, in my college mini project, also used, and Sharon also used Django in his mini project. So we had experience working with Django, and also we this is a second hackathon for both of us. So what happened was, we knew how the working style of each like both of us were, so we were able to collaborate very well. And Jay was a new member for us. So what we did was, we structured the tasks as what tasks I and Sharon can do it together, and most of the times we pair coded. And what we did was, we gave Jai the parts which there was not much involvement of the backend. So we asked him to create the login screen. We asked him to create the information page. So that is how we tried to distribute the tasks in this particular hackathon.
Okay, great, excellent. And you used GitHub as your
yeah.
source code
Yes, ma'am.
repository.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
For
We've even hosted it if you want to take a look at it, ma'am.
yeah,
Hosted it where?
On Heroku, ma'am.
Hiroko.
Okay, great. That's good.
Any of the judges have any other questions for them?
I'm good.
No, Pranav. Good.
No
So
problem.
I think Coders Legion, that was a very good presentation from your side.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys can leave the meeting. We'll let you know about the results in a short time. The other
Okay.
details will be provided on the panel.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stop sharing.
So Pranav, now we are expected to fill the this evaluation, or in the end we can do that, or
Actually, sir, the next team will join in a few minutes. Like it'll take on 2 to 3 minutes for them to get receive the link and join. So you can fill it right now also, because then it'll be new for you also. Because at the last time you it might get jumbled between all the teams.
yeah, the only thing is the relative aspect will go on a toss.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
value.
that was my point as well. That because if we give him a high or low, it will be unfair by not hearing others. So I think if we will have our draft ready,
Yes, yes.
and once we will go through all of them, then we can give a better score.
It's up
Right.
to you judges then. Whatever you guys decide is fine with us. If you all want to mark, like judge them at the end and give marks at the end, then we can do that. I'll just let you know the name of their team so that you have a good idea about that.
Yeah, this is Coder Legion.
Yeah,
I
this was Coders Legion. Now the next team that we'll have is team Tabs Only. The
okay.
Tabs Only.
Okay,
So I'll
We'll
just
make a
send them the link and they'll join in a few minutes.
okay, sure.
just give us 5 minutes to record whatever the inputs we have for this team.
Yes, yes, sir. So the next team will be with us in a minute or two.
It's tabs only, right?
Yes, sir. Their name is tabs only.
Yeah, it's good. You're calling in the order. They are entered in the system. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it will be
Good.
easy for you also to.
Yeah, yeah. Really, really good. Yeah. Thanks for that facilitation. So Pranav, you all guys are from the final year, right?
No, sir. Actually, I am from third year engineering.
Okay.
I have three
So we
seniors.
could have introduction at least, yeah.
Yes,
We
sir.
started,
Actually,
yeah. I thought you're
I
final year student, so I didn't take a chance. Yeah. Hi, this is Saurav. I'm working as a agile coach and currently into a DevOps consultant role with TCS. I have around 15 plus years of experience. Yeah, that's about me. And yeah, I participate in a lot of hackathons, a lot of competitions, and also judge many such competitions for the different colleges, even twice for Father Agnel as well. And yeah, so this is about me. Um,
and
Abhishek,
I'd
over to
also
you.
like to mention here that Saurav sir was a judge in our college in a previous hackathon actually, and I was a participant in that hackathon. So you have judged me also in that hackathon.
Okay.
You might not remember me, but actually, I am pretty well aware of you.
Definitely, your voice I can recognize, but again, I didn't recollect anything other than that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Abhishek, you want to get started?
Unscripted. So sorry about that. Actually, I have been working for last 12 years, and 6 years I was with Infosys. Then moved to Calsoft. Now I am a technology lead for a product of Lenovo, and I've been working for Frontier for last 5 years. And this is my first experience as judge, participant, whatever you want to say, for hackathon.
Okay. Yeah, welcome, Abhishek. Nice
Yeah,
to know
So
that.
thank you.
Abhishek, you are from Infosys?
Yeah, I know. Actually, I was working. I joined Infosys in 2008 and left Infosys
Okay,
after 6 years. I'm
okay,
in
because I'm
charge
in
of.
Infosys
Abhishek,
currently.
I'm also ex Infosys. I guess Harshal is also. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. So I also left in 2010. Yeah. I
okay.
was in Pune, Bangalore, Bhubaneswar. I traveled a lot within Infosys. Yeah. Good. We
Me
can
too.
connect over email.
Chennai, Bangalore, Pune. I also traveled a lot. Chennai, Bangalore, Pune.
Okay.
Finally, yeah.
Nice to know that.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Actually, I think the team is here. Eric
Sure.
from
Sure.
Tabs Only is here. Eric, is everyone from your team in the meet?
Uh, um, no, there's one team
Yeah,
member. Has
uh,
Abhilash joined?
wait, I'll say it.
Actually, you can start with sharing your screen, and once he joins, we'll connect.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, and Eric and team, before you get started, just again couple of points. Probably we didn't have the time to tell you all. So if we can cover the below aspects, starting with uh, what your background, then which roles you basically like who's a coder, who is a tester, and what all things you do for this web app development. So that roles, and then you can uh, start with the problem statement with the solutioning, technical details, and your future roadmap. What are you planning to do next with this? How you plan to scale it? So if these
Okay,
aspects
sure.
can be covered, it will be great. Yeah.
What do you exactly mean by background? Like our individual backgrounds?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
You just cool introduction. So
okay,
that's it.
okay. Should I start?
Sure, please go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, judges. So my name is Eric Miranda, and we're a team of four. Myself, Eric, Naishya, Manish, and Abhilash. We are all in our second year of MCA, and I've
One request, Eric and team, if you can be over the video, it will be good for us to.
Is my video not on?
Uh, I can see that. I'm not sure if yeah.
Okay,
Now
is it on now? Oh, yeah, sorry,
yes,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So my bachelor's has been in commerce, and we are in the second year of masters in computer applications now. Our team background, basically, I'm mostly at the back end, and I deal with a little front end. Naishya Shah is mainly on the front end, and he deals with a little at the back end. Abhilash is almost entirely on the front end itself. He is our UX UI guy, and Manish is more of a full stack developer, both on the front end and back end, helping out. So the tech stack that we've employed is Django with some basic JavaScript for the front end, and a library for CS is Bootstrap. Right. And yeah, so the problem statement is the COVID hospital management with a focus on COVID-19. Can I present my slide?
Please go ahead.
Yeah. My screen is visible, right?
Not right now. Uh,
Okay, sorry. One
yes,
second.
I can see something.
Is it visible now?
Yes.
It is. Okay. Right. So we'll just get to the point directly. What y'all would want to know is what sets us apart from the competition. Now I can't speak for that exactly because we've not seen their code or anything. This is the virtual hackathon, but I'm operating on the assumption that they haven't done this. So one thing that we are really proud of is our automated severity tagging system. So we approached this problem statement with the from the perspective of the doctors as well as the patients. So like for one thing, the doctors and the nurses are under severe stress, heavy load. So anything that we can do to improve, reduce their workload is a welcome achievement. So what our automated tagging system does is it's basically an in-house algorithm that will look at the symptoms that have been added by the nurse of the patient during the time of admitting the patient. So for example, these are the list of symptoms. Now we've accorded a score to each of these symptoms. Now the precise score would be done in consultation with the doctors later. But for now, I've assigned a score based on the symptoms that I've Googled. So these last three have the highest score, these have like a medium score, and these have a very low score. So there are three categories of symptoms. So the algorithm looks at all of these symptoms. It tabulates a score. That's a score out of 23, which is called a severity score. And based on this score, he is assigned a tag. So these are the severity tags. It's on a scale of 0 to 4, 0 being mild and 4 being requires urgent care. And in between, we have moderate severity.
Arik,
And
I don't want to interrupt you, but just a small time check. You will be having 8 minutes in totality for presentation plus walkthrough. So I'm sure you
plus
will cover
walkthrough
the
also. Oh, like the
yes,
implementation.
yes,
Okay, okay,
yes.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please go ahead.
thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. This is one just an implementation of our algorithm. In addition to this, we also assign a score based on the number of days that the patient has been in the hospital. So if he's been in the hospital for more than 20 days, then we assign to him a more severe tag. Second thing we are really proud of is our workload aware doctor scheduling. This algorithm is another one developed by us. It basically looks at the patient workload of the doctors. So here, for example, Dr. Eric is under a high workload. The others are significantly lower, and Dr. John has 0 patients. So when a new patient is assigned, the nurse has the option to manually assign the doctor, or it can be auto-assigned by a system. So essentially, our system would look at the workload, see that Dr. John has the least number of patients, and would automatically assign that patient to him. This is on our dashboard, a quick glance for the doctor. So these are based on their severity. It's ordered by the severity. Right. Extensive search as well. We have, I'll demo this. We can search by the name, the Aadhaar card, the severity, the insurance number. In addition to that, we have several filters so that the nurse can look, say, only the urgent care, or can filter by the doctor or by the room number. Manish will explain the permission manager.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to next slide. Yeah, so by problem statement, we assume we interpreted that there will be two types of user. One will be administrator, website administrator, and one will be hospital management staff. So administrator will have all the permission to assign will be what hospital management staff will be doing. So he will have every permission. There are few listed permission here. So website administrator will be assigning those permission to hospital staff. Next slide. Yeah. So this is our dashboard where we will be populating our data, and these are color coded data. In resources, beds and ventilators are like the bed is more than enough, and that will be in green color, or if the beds are low in number, then that will be red color, and same for ventilators as well. And we have quick glance where a doctor can see where to go on in which ward they have assigned to. And yeah, special matter over my
Right. The special mention is our database. Basically, it's a pretty complicated database that properly talks to each other. We've implemented all the three common relationships to ensure that there's minimal redundancy. This is just an ER diagram. Yeah. And Abhilash will take over the conclusion.
So in conclusion to the above project, the website we have developed, so we can see that we have developed most of the things are automated, so which will reduce the management process as well as the workload of the doctors. So you can see there is an algorithm which checks the severity of any patient. So basically, so it will help us to know more about the patient, and we can help few lives, maybe more than that if you know something beyond the automated process. Then we have seen that how to reduce the workload, because we have seen in current situation where doctors are getting more of workload, so we want to make them like divide it automatically, and which will help the reduce the workload of the doctor, and in order to help more lives. So this is the project we were working on, and yeah, over to Eric.
Nice.
Yeah. So our future enhancements, like what we'll be implementing if we get more time. So this, like, we have automated system that will, like, remdesivir, which is approved by the FDA, like Food and Drug Administration of US law. So remdesivir medicine will be in huge demand. So if the medicine hits a threshold value, the system can automatically
Guys, a quick time check.
regenerate, like if it can generate a,
Guys,
like,
quick time check.
purchase order.
Yeah, quick time check. We are already running out of time.
Okay, we'll go to
Okay,
the
okay.
implementation.
Yeah, so this is like visual aid to management.
Yeah.
So from the graph, they can see all the data, like whether our hospital is overloaded or not, and all those things. Yeah. So that's all. Thank you. Now we'll go
Right.
to demo. Yeah.
So this is our dashboard. So basically the doctor would log in over here. And he has his quick glance based on the severity. In addition to that, one of our features is the quick search. So we can search directly for name, or we could search for the Aadhaar card insurance numbers. There's no Aadhaar card like that, I think. Any number you put, he probably has something with 7. Then we can also filter those only with the mild condition, or we can put all the doctors, the patients according to that doctor, etc. And our load balancing algorithm can be seen, for example, now Dr. John has no patients. So if we were to add a patient, we'll do it really quickly. These are the severity scores which will be automated by our system itself. And here I'm not assigning a doctor, so I'll be letting our system do it. So when I click save, then we can see that John M has been auto assigned to Dr. John, as can be missed over here. Right. Yeah, and that is it for our demo.
So how
Just
many
the,
user personas do you have in the product?
sorry, could you repeat?
How many user personas do you have? One is doctor's
Oh, right.
login.
So we have basically the hospital management staff and we have the site administrator. So the hospital management staff can modify basically all the entities related to the hospital. So for the patient, the medicine, etc., stuff like that. And the other group, the site administrator can handle only, for example, creating users and groups, as well as session and content type attributes that he can change. So we have two, the site administrator and the hospital management staff. That was as per our interpretation of the problem statement.
Okay. So do you have separate login screens for them?
No, it's both of them happen through one login screen. The segregation occurs when, for example, a doctor tries to log in to the. I'll show you. So right now we are a super user. We have access to everything, but I can log in through a nurse account, which will have access only to the hospital entities. So once I log in, stuff. So earlier there were all the user accounts, etc. on top here, but now she has access only to the hospital. So she can change only these things. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? Are there any questions?
Yeah, you talked about the threshold. If it automatically below the threshold, the medicine, so it automatically gets triggered. So where is that
Yeah.
triggered part?
No, that's a part of our future enhancements. We've not, right now we just have the medicine entity with a threshold value that we can enter, but we've not implemented that. The two main things that we had focused on was the automated severity and the doctor load balancing workload.
And this medicine, add medicine screen which you have. So what you think this screen is applicable for whom? Who is going to add the medicine here?
This would be for the hospital staff. So, for example, the pharmacist, we've considered a pharmacist to be part of the management staff as well. So he could enter the medicines, or if it's going low, he can create a purchase order.
So this is basically an inventory for the medicines.
Yeah, a very basic inventory. We didn't focus too much on it.
Okay, the reason I'm asking you because you have right now logged in as a nurse, I believe, right? Means
Yeah,
nurse account. So why this add medicine is form is visible to the nurse? That's the reason I'm wondering.
yeah, probably. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Like, we didn't look at that. Future enhancement, probably.
Okay, okay. So any one thing which you think you could have done better other than the future enhancements on the technology aspects?
I definitely think like front end could have been better. UI layout, it's a bit too simple at this point and not very interactive, I would say.
Could you share the technology stack used for this one?
Yeah, we've used Python as the server-side programming language via the Django framework, and for the front end we've used basic JavaScript for certain pages, as well as Bootstrap library for CSS for the styling.
Okay. Is this a sponsor?
Yeah, it is. I could show you.
Okay.
So it would fit for a mobile device as well. We made sure that was available for both.
Okay. Great.
Your
Within the dashboard, so do you have any upfront dashboards like how many people are recovered in so and so time, or how many?
Uh, uh,
Which?
uh, right now, all we have is just these three statistics. And if no, there are no further statistics on this. If the person wanted to check, he'd have to go to the patient statistic and would have to use a filter. So like sort based on recovered. We've not added that filter right now over here, but future enhancement. Yeah.
Okay. And this site is only available for the hospital management or people related to the hospital. It is
Yeah.
not publicly open, right?
No, it's not open to any patient as per
Yes.
our interpretation of the problem statement.
Okay.
We mainly wanted to reduce the time, like because the doctors and nurses are already so busy, so we wanted to give them like maximum time with the patients. So we tried to automate as much as possible using our algorithms.
Okay. Right.
And then other thing I'd like to say, like the database we are really proud about. So it has like around 9 entities, and we've used all the relationships. Like the database actually talks. For example, if I delete a patient, then the bed that is associated with that patient is automatically made available. So then it would come up over here. So it's like it's not just some hard-coded values. The database is actually functioning in the background.
Which database you've used?
We've used MySQL for the reason that with Django, it's extremely easy to set up really quickly. So with our time deadlines, we decided to go with, sorry, not MySQL, SQLite 3.
SQLite. Okay. And
Yeah.
is this application hosted somewhere?
No, but we were thinking of hosting it on the Heroku platform. I've done it before, so that's why we chose Heroku once again. But right now, it's not hosted anywhere.
Okay.
Do any of the other judges have any questions for team tabs only?
I'm good.
Just would like to know that. Can you show the dashboard again?
Sorry, your voice is a bit soft. Could you repeat?
Can you show the dashboard?
Oh, right. Yeah.
I like your lab result section and the quick glance, and also the ready-made filters are good.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
I think that's it for team tabs only. Guys, you'll get the further details for the judging sessions after the judging sessions on the channel itself, on your Discord channels.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you
Thank,
guys can leave the meeting.
yeah, thank you,
Okay,
judges,
thank
for
you.
Thank you.
giving us your
Thank you,
time.
judges. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone. Also,
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
all the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the next team that will enter is team Navonmesh.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Abhishek, you are audible.
So I'll just share my screen.
Yeah. Are your other team members joining?
Yeah, Bharatdeep is there.
So it's just going to be the two of you to present, or is there someone?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, no problem. So, judges, this is team Navonmesh. They are the third team. And yes, Abhishek, you can start with your presentation. Just keep in mind that you just have 15 minutes for your presentation during the judging session. So that includes 8 minutes of you giving this presentation and walking the judges through your website. Just
Yes,
giving
sir.
through to your website, and then the next 7 to 8 minutes will be for the Q&A. So,
Yes, sir.
so
Sure.
that this is fast.
This is a two-member team. This is correct, my understanding, or?
Sir, actually, you're not audible.
Okay, so what I was saying, is it a two-member team?
No, sir. Actually, other two members are having some network issues.
Okay.
So that's why they couldn't join.
Okay. So can you explain the background, like what all roles do you guys play?
So yeah, sir. So me and Ayush are working on the front end part. Bharatdeep and Trisha are working on the back end. Hello.
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead. And how do you ensure the quality? Because it's only front end and back end. I heard.
Yeah, sir. Actually, quality in the sense.
Quality of the web app, that it's as per the requirements, it's not breaking, the links are not breaking, so that kind of basic validation and verification.
So the validation is taken care by Ayush and Trisha, sir.
Okay.
Like the checking the entire website after it is done.
Okay, please go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Bharatdeep.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So
Bharatdeep, would you?
yes, sir. So team
Surname
Navamesh.
Abhishek.
I know. So Team Navamesh here presents our own hospital management system specialized for COVID-19.
Bharat, a small request. Would you be able to
Yes, ma'am.
come on video?
Yes, sure, ma'am. But do mind my background, ma'am.
No, that's fine. That is completely fine.
Okay. Yes.
Don't worry, we're not going to judge on the background.
Abhishek, the previous slide, please. Abhishek. Yes. So Team Navamesh here presents our own hospital database management system specialized for COVID-19. So firstly, we have some COVID-19 safety first. That is about us here. We are a team of 4 young aspiring engineers who are trying to become pioneers.
Are you traveling or something?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, he's traveling, ma'am.
Okay, then that's fine. Go switch off your video. That is okay. It would cut off the bandwidth then.
Bharatdeep.
Abhishek, next slide, please. So here are the problems that the usual hospital database management systems have. That is, it is a conventional database websites for hospital management where data is displayed in tabular records in a very simple format. So it's from young aspirants, it's quite boring to look at simple tabular records. Then we have new users often find it hard to use such websites.
I
So
guess.
admin, he or she will mainly face problem. Am I audible?
Bharat, your voice is breaking.
Abhishek, that is fine if you can go ahead with the demo.
Fine. I'll just go with that. So the problem statement is our website helps tackle the conventional database websites for hospital management where data is displayed in tabular records. New users often find it hard to use such websites due to complexity and no timely help. Fixed UI with zero tolerance for any immediate changes. Most of them are using PHP versions older than PH7, which are relatively outdated. And database is localhost, hence admin or staff cannot access it from home. Our solution is a dashboard. So in the technology part, a dashboard with patient data, bed availability, and ventilator availability. Data is individual patient search with patient data displayed for every day. Chatbot, advanced chatbot to assist the hospital management in easier accessibility. The product is basically a website, a chatbot, and patient management. So our objective, as I said earlier, we'll just go through the website once. So yeah, this is the this is the front page of the website. Here we have added some criteria like how to protect yourself, like and what is coronavirus, then what the doctor says and latest news, and also the resources like what we do and location and a map. Then here we have added the actually the chatbot isn't working. So we'll go to the dashboard. Here we have the dashboard where we can see the beds availability and the patient overview. Here we have added a chatbot. So this is how it works. So the user enters the name. So here we can ask the chatbot like what to do. Then it's like bed availability, and then so it tells us about the beds available in the third floor. Then about the patient data, if we ask the total number, it shows the number of patients, and then the ventilator availability, it shows the number of availability. So nothing else. So we'll just close this thing. Next, we have the bed availability system where it shows the number of beds in the hospital through wing wise, wing A, wing B, and wing C. When we click onto the wing A option, so here it shows the number of beds available per floor wise. Like the first floor is taken care by, as mentioned, Dr. Ayush. Then the capacity occupied and vacant with the number of ICUs with oxygen and without oxygen and ventilator. Then we have the patient overview. Yeah, so here we have the patient overview where you can see the number of patients in first floor with the name, the unique ID, gender, age. Here also we have a chatbot. So the name first.
Abhishek, what is the ID you are using for, means who's having all this access or?
Sir, the IDs are for patients, sir. Like a particular patient may have, like different patients might have same names, so a unique ID is given.
No. Abhishek, I'm talking about with which permissions, how you have segregated the permissions and access. Like currently you are logged in with whom, doctor, as a nurse.
Yes, sir. It's logged in through. I'll show the login page, sir. Actually, I didn't show. Actually, it was with Bharatdeep, sir. The login database is with Bharatdeep.
Okay, not a problem. Yeah.
So yeah, it's about. So here we can ask the patient data. So which patient? Like we have the IDs. So whenever we click any number, like the ID is for Trisha. So patient Mrs. Trisha is of normal state. And what else do you need about date of discharge? If we ask, recovering from, she is in 2 days observation, like it will show the datas. And if we ask like what type of support it is she is in, the patient was removed from the ventilator support 4 days back. Yeah, so this is it. Next we have.
So Abhishek, this is like any person, anyone can go to the site and seek for the details of any.
No ma'am, actually we are having a login page.
Okay.
Bharatdeep, if Bharatdeep,
Am I
then
audible?
रुक जा मैं पहले ये वाला एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ फिर तू लॉगिन पेज. So this is about the page for a particular patient, like the number of days he has stayed and the conditions, like the first day, what is the condition, the support he is in, and the doctor which has visited, with the readings of heart rates, SpO2 temperature, morning, evening, and night, which is updated at a regular level. And here also we have a option like to be discharged on 24 this at this time. So yeah, Abhishek, Bharatdeep.
Yes, ma'am. So we have a database in my PHP admin as local host where the username as password will be there present for all the staff members. It can be a nurse, it can be a doctor, it can be the admin as well. And all these staff members have their own levels, right? So nurses can access certain data, nurses can add, edit, or remove patient data. Admin can do the same. Then doctors can check the data for like patients, as Abhishek has presented. What is the vitals for day one, for day two? And then there might be some lower level employees who should not have access to these data. So yes, they will have unique IDs, but according to the IDs there will be hierarchy as well. So if their rank is lower, then they won't be able to access this data. It will be shown as null.
Will you be able to give a quick demo on the form? How do you enter the patient data and different logins?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, Bharatdeep.
Yes, ma'am. So far, like from our side, we were mainly front-end developers, but in the backend, we have developed a login form. We still have not prepared the hierarchy that I'm talking about. Yes, we can log in. I can show you, but it's a very basic form, ma'am, from our side.
Present कर दे और
Yes,
वो
yes, ma'am. Just a minute.
database भी कर दे वो वाला.
Just a minute.
Meanwhile, what is the technology stack that you use for the chatbot?
Ma'am, actually, we are using a HTML file with a concave statement where it takes the data from the previous values. Like if we give the data as what is your name, if we give the name as Abhishek, it takes that value and goes into the loop of the patient. Then again, it asks the statements like which floor do you want to go. Like if the user selects any of the floor, then that floor will be, if it selects, then that floor will be taken into another loop of the floor loop.
Okay, so those statements are pre-fed into the system.
Pre-fed as in, ma'am?
As in you fed in the data already in the system, right? All the data
Yeah,
that
ma'am, through the database. Like the link, the href will be given to a single website where one read document will be there where they can put in their data, ma'am, through the login form. भरतदीप तेरा नहीं हो रहा. हाँ, आ गया.
So currently this chatbot is not talking to the database, right? It has a pre-fed data in your concave statements.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, it is having the data through the PHP file, ma'am, which Bharatdeep.
Okay.
Yeah, can you show that? It will be good. The backend for the bot.
Yes, so we have the database. Just a minute. Here we have the health details table. There's the ID, heart rate, SpO2, temperature, hemoglobin, and then there's trivial data that I'm putting. There's condition, support, and doctor. So this is the health base that we database that we have prepared. This is just for day one, so there'll be one for day two as well, and accordingly this data will be pulled.
And where do you maintain the availability of beds? How many beds are available? How many ventilators are available?
When we are going to maintain it in the same my PHP admin SQL database only.
Okay.
We were facing some connectivity problems, ma'am. In fact, in the second round, I was not able to join. It was really hard for me. That's why I'm traveling as well right now to go to a higher ground.
Yeah, no problem.
Where the dashboard is fetching the information?
Sir?
The dashboard is fetching the information from which tables?
Sir, the dashboard is taking from the hospital side, sir. Like hospital will be providing like how many beds are available, how many ventilators are available, and how many patients are admitted, recovered, and deceased.
Okay. And one thing, Abhishek and team, I really liked your presentation. Who has created that presentation? The PPT one, which you
No?
have. Which one? Who has created the PPT? It's very well crafted and well.
Sir, actually, we created like in 10 to 15 minutes, sir, so we couldn't do much, sir.
No, it's a really good, well crafted PPT. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Great job. Yeah. So, on the future vision, anything which you were planning to do with this? I know you have incorporated a chatbot, which is already optional part to this problem statement. Anything else which you want to do?
Yes, sir. We would be inducting a map-based system where the user can just, when he enters the hospital area, he can just put that map. Like in the phone, he can just open that map, and the map will show like in wing A how many this thing is there, beds, the ventilators, and how many patients are admitted. Same way for the doctors as well, because clicking it every time would be a difficult job, rather than like just having a map in the hand like a Google map, and it will show all the datas. And by just clicking that thing, it will go into that page. Like if whether you want to go to the wing A or wing B.
I have one question. Actually, my internet was a little bit broke down. You did not implemented role-based access, right? Like if you log in for a doctor and log in for staff, it does not differentiate right now, right? You don't have
Sir,
login
actually,
access.
the hierarchy is created, sir. Like in the same login page, when the user gives a username of the required hierarchy, it will give the access, sir. As Bharatdeep explained.
So your website will show like that right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, I missed that part. No problem.
I'll just show the login page or else.
No need. Just for me, no need to. So because everyone time will be wasted. So no problem. I just missed that part. So I asked.
And so for the future of this thing, we are even planning to include a wearable device that we are currently preparing, a hardware device with the measured data that we entered in the patient side, like the SpO2, heart rate, and the this thing. What do we call that thing? The temperature thing, where the user can wear it, and the data would be automatically fetched to the website. No need of any doctors or anything.
And how are you planning to do that?
Actually, sir, Bharatdeep nikal gaya kya? Bharatdeep?
Yes, sir. Yes, see, we will be having wearable devices, sir, and these devices will be connected to the internet routers that are available on the hospital premises. And these, as we all know, IoT is the next technology that we are going to step into. In fact, we already have stepped into. So these wearable devices will be connected to the Wi-Fi, and from the Wi-Fi, the data will be fetched and when displayed on this data-based management system. So there can be patient records as well, live temperature readings or live SpO2 readings, as well as for the hospital staff, because we all know even they are exposed to the virus or any other diseases. So it's be giving them wearable devices like a watch, and then the admin can see what are the temperature levels of even the hospital staff.
So if you want, I can show the prototype as well.
Yeah, if it won't take much time, yeah, please.
Yeah, sir. I'll just show 1 second. So is the this thing visible?
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, sir, this is the basic prototype that we have designed in the breadboard. Now we are planning to include this thing in the PCB file. So here we can know the SpO2 and the heart rate, then BPM level and the temperature, then lung capacity, and the final fabrication would look something like this. But we have made it in the cardboard sheet, but we'll 3D print it, which the user can carry it along with them.
This is built by you yourself?
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Which device? Raspberry Pi
Prepared
or
in the last
Arduino?
24 hours as part of this hackathon, right?
Yes, sir. We were preparing
Yes,
it.
sir.
Like
We are
actually,
preparing it, sir.
hardware was not allowed, so we couldn't include this thing.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, good job, guys. Yeah.
I think that's it for Team Navan Mesh. Guys, you will get the further details on your Discord channels itself. That was a really good presentation. You guys can leave the meeting now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
don't want to bias you, but these guys are really good, except
Yes.
for the part of
Login.
messing with the presentation. But yeah, these guys were really good, and even you have seen the deck and all. So in the time of my engineering, the decks I used to create and the decks which I have seen now. So at least it's an eye opener for me. Yeah. Yeah. So Pranav, they were from the same college, or they were from the different college?
Actually, sir, I'll have to check what college they are from, but they were not from FRCRC.
Correct.
That's
FRCAC. Okay, yeah, that even they didn't mention it, I guess. Yeah.
Good
yeah.
afternoon, respected sir and ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Now
Hi.
we have team Patience Breakers with us, right?
Yeah,
Am I right, Akash?
two. Yes, sir. Actually, like one member is still left to join.
Okay, you can start with your presentation. Once they join, we'll admit them in the meeting. Don't worry.
Actually, sir, yeah, Shreya would be presenting, sir.
Okay, no
And also
problem.
mention your college name and
Yeah,
yeah.
sir. We are from Father Agnel Vashi.
Okay, Father Nirvashi. Okay. Yeah.
Guys, just make sure that you have 7 to 8 minutes for your presentation and a walkthrough through your website. After that, we'll have 7 to 8 minutes for the Q&A session. So just make sure that you're quick with your presentation.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, you can start with your presentation now.
Yeah, I'll share my screen. Is the screen visible?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is our home page. We have added the location, and this is the footer. It has various links. This is our login page. And the login details of the user are automatically encrypted in Django. So this is our dashboard. It has dynamic content. We have added 6 buttons. So this all patients will display all the details of all the patients admitted in the hospital. Uh, then the recovered patients, it shows all the recovered patients.
Shreya, one request. If you can go a bit slow, we are not that fast.
Sorry.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
will be good. Yeah. You did a good job.
So
I really like the UI. But yeah, if you can go a bit slow, we can
yeah,
also follow with you.
sorry. So should I show the recovered patients again?
Oh, that's fine. You can go ahead.
Okay. These are the admitted patients. Here there is name, their gender, age, phone number, and all the necessary details. So there are 5 patients here. Then the details of the patients which are on ventilator.
Shreya, how do we know that these patients are on ventilator? Okay, so on the top of the screen, nothing is mentioned, right? Or I missed that.
So we will be showing that in a minute, sir.
Okay.
So we have showed visual data.
Okay.
Then these are the decreased patients.
I was saying that the label was not there, right? Yeah. Okay. The label is
Yeah, the
probably.
label is not there.
Yeah. Okay. Not a problem. Probably. Yeah.
Now there is a field to add a patient.
Bed availability, Shreya.
Sorry. I'll show the bed availability. So these are the room numbers, the beds, and if the patient is on ventilator, the color will be red, or if the patient is admitted, the color will be yellow, and if the bed is vacant, the color will be green. So this is also dynamic. Total number of beds we have given 50. Then there is also a field to search a patient. So the result is here. These are the details of the patient we have searched. Now I'll show how to add a patient. So these are the fields. Shall I show you by adding a patient?
That's fine. If you can show your backend, that will be much better.
The code.
Yeah, the backend part, which database technical stack part of
Sir,
it.
should we show that the bed availability changes on when we add the ventilator?
Also, the dashboard changes when we add a.
Yes, sir.
As soon as a new patient is added, based on the choices or the
It
data
can
which he
change
gives.
itself. Can we show
Yeah,
that,
it's
sir?
dynamic.
Yeah, please, you can go ahead. But yeah, also if you can show some backend and all how you are.
Yeah, I'll show
Yes,
the
sir.
backend also.
Yeah.
So I'm adding a new patient. So here we can choose a bed number and it shows only the vacant beds available. So I've chosen 44. And here the status of the patient. We have added 4 fields, either recovered, admitted, on ventilator or decreased. And the result of 3 consecutive COVID tests. So there are 2 fields.
Status ventilator. Can you keep it so that we can see
Yeah,
the
so that
change?
the changes would be seen on the bed availability.
Also remember the bed number.
It was 44. Yeah, 44.
44.
So I'll just a minute. I've added a patient.
So
Now
ventilators
all
have decreased.
numbers have changed. Yeah, ventilators earlier there were 17, now it is 16. And in the bed availability, we can see the number 44 is shown in red color. Now I'll show you the back end.
So we have made like from Django, and Postgres is our database.
Okay, can you share the complete technology stack once?
Can you repeat?
Can you share the complete technology stack?
Yeah, ma'am. So first of all, for front end, we have used Bootstrap, but mainly we have made from like HTML and CSS only. And for the backend, we have used the Django, and on top of that, the database is Postgres.
So in the models here, we have created a class patient and there are a lot of fields. So there is name, age, gender, phone, address, email ID, date, bed number, and all those stuff. And in the
Validations you
views,
applied on the backend side. Which validations?
sorry?
Which validations you applied on the backend side? Any particular backend validations you are doing?
Can you repeat?
Any particular backend validations you are using?
Sir, actually Django automatically it has inbuilt validations.
Anything other than on the top of it?
No, sir.
Okay.
So actually it provides good security to our system. Like it encrypts all the
Password.
keys and user credentials.
So
how many user personas do you have? So the one which you logged in was an admin user, right? He had all the access.
Yeah.
Admin can add.
Can create users and those users can log in.
Okay. And is this site available to everyone, to the normal people as well?
No, ma'am, it's not hosted.
Okay, no, but once you host it somewhere, will it be available to everyone or would this be only restricted to the hospital management?
Ma'am, the first page would be visible to everyone, but the user authentication is there, so only the person who knows
Who is the employee of the hospital will be able to log in because he will have the username and password.
Yes, okay.
So the things shown on the dashboard can be seen only by the employees and not by
anyone.
Got it.
And that can be changed as per the requirement. Like if the hospital wants to display on the main page that how many patients they have.
Yeah, we can change.
And do that.
So the dashboard and everything that you have built in, does it fire a query on your backend database server, or the data is stored somewhere in between?
I can't hear you, ma'am.
So the dashboard that you have built in, right?
Yes,
Does it
ma'am.
fire the queries on the PostgreSQL server, or have you stored the data somewhere in between?
No, ma'am. Like we have done from Postgres only.
Okay.
So yeah, on
It's
Postgres,
stored in
it's
the
all
Postgres.
available. Yeah.
You Shreya can show it.
Yeah.
Like
Here is a table of the patients.
in the database.
Here are all the fields we have included in the models.
Okay.
Any reason you chose Postgres over MySQL or SQLite?
Sorry, sir. I'm
Sorry,
not
sir.
able to hear you.
Any reason you chose Postgres over any other database?
So actually, we had a bit familiarity with it. We had made earlier a project with it. That's why we used it.
Do any of the judges have any further questions for this team?
Yeah. So anything which you feel Postgres is holding you back with respect to the speed or anything, or you feel it's good with the database?
Sir,
Anything
like
which is holding you back?
in the ORM concept of like Django, it's helping us.
Yeah.
Like
It's
for
helping
like
us.
SQL,
Speed
light
and
database
good.
won't work.
Okay. And there's nothing which is holding you back because of this.
No.
Okay. 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 Any particular challenge you encounter while creating this app?
Yeah, the dynamic thing was a bit tricky
Okay.
to display the dashboard and then the color changes and everything. It was a bit tricky.
Also.
Yeah, answer. Yeah. So we distributed it and we like tackled different errors and
yeah.
What is your approach to solve it? Means how did you solve it? Means okay, it is a challenge and
Mainly Stack Overflow, sir.
yes, sir.
okay, 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 good. You take that help, yeah. Good to know.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I think that's it for Team Patience Breakers. It was a really good presentation, guys. You'll get the further details on your Discord channels itself. So make sure you're available there.
Yeah, and all the very best. Yeah, you did a good job. Yeah, fantabulous job. Yeah.
Thank
you.
Thank you, sir.
You guys can leave the meeting now.
Okay.
So Pranav, all these web app developers teams which we are having, so there's no one from the Father Agnel Bendra, right? All are from different. This is from Vashi, I understand.
Actually, sir, there were a few teams in the total teams, but I'll have to check if the 5 teams that have been selected are from our college. I must have forgotten about it. I'll have to check.
Okay, and just if you can recap, how did this evaluation happen? I mean, the top 5 happened.
So actually, we had 2 evaluators that were a part of the evaluation team. So both of them had an evaluation session with all the teams yesterday at 7 in the evening.
Okay.
And they had another evaluation today at 7:30 in the morning.
Okay, okay.
So we took the average for both the evaluation rounds for all the teams, and these teams were the top teams.
Okay, okay, sure.
Oh.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, I think team number 5, that is Dokomushi, is here.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So hi Hiram. Are your team members joining, right? They're joining.
yeah. They are joining.
Okay, then
Yeah.
you guys have a strict time constraint of 15 minutes. So you will get
Okay.
8 minutes to present your website and give a walkthrough. And then the rest of the 7 or 8 minutes are for Q&A from the judges.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Make
before
such
you
a
get
quick.
started, just one thing. I will give you 1 minute extra to explain why about your team name. Why this so interesting name? Yeah,
Okay, yeah, sure. Is it okay to explain it afterwards, or should we do before?
as you wish. As you wish.
Okay, yeah.
You have 1 minute to explain that. Yeah, extra. Yeah.
भावेश सगळे आले का?
Shraddha is remaining, I guess. No, she's in. She's in. Continue.
I will start presenting and Nimish will explain. Yeah. Okay. Is the PPT visible?
Yes.
Nimish, you can
Good,
start.
good afternoon to everyone. This is Nimish Samant from Vidyalankar Institute of Technology with our team Doku Mushi, which is Hiram, Shraddha, Bhavesh, and me. These are our team members. Hiram, next slide, please.
Yeah.
So basically, our aim towards the this is the overview of what we are going to see in a PPT. That's the problem statement towards what is our approach was there. That is, every hospital requires some ease of access for their documentation as they have many other important tasks to do. Considering this, we have made a web application which will be easy for the hospital staff to put data into it. Hiram, next slide, please. Okay, considering the background study, we had asked some of the major some of our friends, some of our teachers to tell us whether what are the challenges with hospital people seek, what are the problems, what they actually require, what can fasten their tracks of adding data, what will help them to complete these things which can be automated easily and to be focusing towards the patients who are there, saving their lives. Okay, so what we have proposed in a system is we have given a login for admin and hospital staff. The admin can view the overview of the hospital data, as well as he or she can add a new hospital staff, delete them, and he can also view the staff and patient data. While hospital staff can register a patient, modifying patient details, and they can discharge the patient either as, sorry to say, deceased, and also whether he's recovered and he's been discharged. Also, we have the overview which we have presented consists of pie charts about gender, severity, and cities as per what are the trends going on. It also concerns the bed and ventilator availability, and we have implemented it for the ease of both admin and hospital staff. Hiram, next slide, please. Okay, what are the extra features we have added is the pie chart. We have added one chatbot. We have used some query-based filters, the bed and ventilator availability, and also the patient record and modification. Hiram, next. Okay, so basically technology stack, being in second year, we don't have that much of experience towards what our Python, Django, and all those are. But these are some of the basic things which will be easy for our implementation, and also they provide a huge ease to search all over. So here we have HTML, CSS, PHP, jQuery, MySQL, and the application. The our application can run on any web browser. Hiram, next. So system requirement comes with the software requirement. Basically, our application works on any of the web browser, that is Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla, and but for those flashy contents, we need an add of Flash. For hardware requirements, system must have an internet connection, and even an internet speed of 256 kbps can run the application in a very great speed. People will actually use, that is the UI, user interface should be the most easiest one towards for the people to accommodate things. Hiram, next. So this is our implementation. Basically, we have a home page. Home page will have a chatbot, and also from home page we go to login. Login has two sections, that is admin and the patient details, that is the hospital staff. Hospital staff can add, delete, update, means modify patients, and also can see the overview, while admin can add, admin has an extra control over hospital staff, that is to add the hospital staff and giving them user ID and password for the further logins. Then we have logout, which will directly go on to a home page. Here I'm next. Okay, so these are the working system screenshots. Can we just go fast from here? Okay, so this is the database screenshot. We have created it using MySQL. Hiram, next. That's all for the PPT side. Hiram, can you show the implementation, please?
Yeah. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. So this is our index page, which is index.php. Here we have got some great contacts of our team. Like the most important thing for an hospital is its reception. The ER attending has become more important due to COVID cases. Then email, COVID-19 helpline, and ambulance service. Actually, this is not true. Of course, these are made up numbers, but we can put the correct numbers here when required. Okay. Then here is the chatbot. Okay. So there are basic questions. We have not implemented too many things due to the time constraint. We have added things like how to log in, where to check the mortality rates, and it guides us where to go. So yeah, let me type something. Yeah, okay. So if I type mortality, it tells me the process or step to go till the statistics page, which has our mortality ratio and all that things. Now to the next part of login. Now in login, we have implemented role-based hierarchy, means there are two types of roles, the admin or management, and second is the staff that consists of doctors and nurses. So first I will go through admin. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So here is the admin dashboard, which consists of add hospital staff, delete hospital staff, patient details, staff details, and logout button. And chatbot is as usual present everywhere, bugging you. Okay, so add member. So this add member can be used to add the new hospital nurses or doctors anyway. Okay, so yeah, here we have joining date, then the designation that we have to give, a doctor, nurse, or ward boy, and the gender of the joining staff. And when we submit, it takes us to the data. It uploads it to the database using the insert query. Okay, now the delete hospital staff. Here you just have to give the user ID, which the admin will have, because we are showing them the staff details, and they can enter it to delete a particular staff if the need arises. So yeah, this is what we are talking about. The user ID. It is a unique ID, which the admin only gives when he is adding the hospital staff, like originally giving them a ID and name, all that thing. So here is the user ID, name, address, Aadhaar card, education, age, date of joining, gender, and designation. We can get the admin can get all the info here. And yeah, let me show you. Yeah, here is the user ID and staff details, which the admin gives for the unique identification. And now we can also go to patient details from here for the sake of great use for admin. So this is the patient page where we have all the things. It is also available in the doctor page, so I will explain it there. Now I will log out. Okay, after logging out, you return to the home page. Now I will log in as a doctor. So now I have logged in as a doctor, namely Doctor 1, which is shown here. Can you see that Doc 1 and above right corner?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the dashboard, the overview or statistics page, which I was talking about earlier. Here you can see available beds, which are 96 at the moment, total beds, which are 100 and in our hospital, available ventilators, which are 8 at the moment, total ventilators, which are 10. And here we have implemented pie charts using PHP, MySQL, and JavaScript. So here we see the city-wise distribution of the patients. Right now, Shangri-La is leading with 33% because in the firstly we have given it an even distribution, but last time they told us to add a patient. So now Shangri-La is reading. The trends like the severity of the symptoms, which we are rating from 1 to 5. Okay. And the data based on gender. And this gets
Also,
automatically okay. Yeah.
also a part to add that if whether new data comes, like if Shangri-La with Shangri-La, if I want to add Airoli or any such city, so it will be automatically integrated into the pie chart because we have used Google API to
I will
integrate
show
it.
them that while adding new patient.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
From where the severity trends are coming?
From our own database, the hospital data.
From our own database.
Yeah, but what does severity means and how are you
Severity.
capturing it?
Yeah, actually it is severity, like the severity of the symptoms. One is mild and 5 is deadly. Like that.
Okay, you are entering that while admitting the patient.
While admitting the patient. Yeah, I will show you that. Okay, so now let's go to add patients, which the doctors and nurses can do. Okay, so this is the enrollment form. Here we give first name, last name, and date of birth, all the other details, address and all, marital status, emergency contact, Aadhaar number, PAN number. And then now this is the part which is most important for any hospital. Health insurance, previous illness details, the travel history since the outbreak. And now this is the severity part which I was talking about, where the nurse or doctor can add the amount of severity that the patient is, like the level of severity right at the moment while admitting the patient, any other symptoms which are not included, and here we can add reports of previous operations or any other things that the patient had to go through, like the medical records. And yeah, I will actually add a patient afterwards. Just a moment. Here are the modified details. Here you can take an pre-existing patient by entering their name and last name and actually modify their data, because we are considering an hospital and people's health and all the statuses like marital status and etc keeps on changing. So here we have given that page for modifying the data, and this is the discharge part, where the discharge form is filled by the nurse. It has the patient ID for their unique identification, again, which is allotted during add patient. So no need to worry about that. The attending physician, right now we only have one doctor, as you must have seen, that is ABC. So that is being shown here. Ventilator used or no for medical record, and reason of the discharge, like whether the person fully recovered or we are discharging because he died or something like that, which is unfortunate, but still apart. Then the follow-up plan, a text box, and after we press discharge, the patient status gets changed from active to record or decreased, and that helps in managing the records. So yeah, now I will add a patient to actually show you what happened. Okay, wait.
Yeah,
Let's
for
see
a second,
statistics.
can you show the
Yeah,
statistics?
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Before
Yeah,
that,
so
So
here.
okay.
okay,
Now you
one
can see
question.
that severity number 2 is leading. 33% are severity 2 patients, and other are evenly distributed. Now I will like to add an severity 4 patient, and let's see what are the changes that we get. And ventilators are 8 at the moment, which also might can change according to the patient that we add. Let's see. Okay. So I like Hugh Jackman, so I am going to add his name. Sorry. And other things are nullable, so I'm not going to focus on them right now. I will directly go to the, yeah. to
Jairam,
the
just put a different city once so that another city is added that can be shown.
okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's रत्नागिरी नाही आहे ना आता?
नाही टाक.
Now severity of O, and the record files are important and mandatory, so the attachment of report is compulsory, which will be uploaded to our database again. Then I will add an PHP PDF files random.
How do you store these files?
We are taking them and moving them to our server storage, and only the path is stored in database. So while retrieving, that path is taken from database, and then using that path we can give an href to download them from our server. So now I will add. Okay, after the patient is added successfully, we get an flash message named patient added. So let's go to statistics and see if anything changed.
So if you upload this file, does it get stored in the database, or are you
Yeah, it is
storing
stored.
it?
Yeah, just a second. Okay, wait a second. Yeah, report 1 and report 2 we have considered, and the patient's file are getting stored here when we upload it. Actually, it is the server by our.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So as here you can see, I entered 4 for severity, which means that the patient might need or is in need of ventilator. So available ventilator got reduced from 8 to 7. Okay. The bed also reduced from 96 to 95 because a patient has been admitted. And as you can see, Ratnagiri got added, which was not there before. Or was it there before?
It was there already.
But its percentage changed. And now as you can see, the 4 and 2 are leading, whereas last time only 2 was leading in the severity index. And yeah, which gender I added? I guess I did not choose, therefore another column of other blue column got added. So
That's
and
fine.
The null column get added there.
Yeah, Hirama, I guess everyone is very comfortable with the pie charts and the dashboard.
yeah.
And if you want to focus on any other aspects, like on your future vision, how you want to scale it, how is it easy to scale it, or what do you think on the confidence levels? You have incorporated everything in the problem statement, or you feel the problem statement itself is incomplete, and this is one aspect which makes the things complete. So some of that aspects, if you can cover, it will be great.
Okay. Yeah, just let me show you the patient details. I had not shown it last time. Okay, so here are the filters. Like we can filter using patient ID, patient's first name, last name, and status. So let's just take who are the active patients right now. Let me filter. And yeah, now we only have the active patients. John Wick, Hugh Jackman 2, and Hugh Jackman 4 that I added right now. Sorry for the name. And same way we can search using ID. Like yeah. So Hugh Jackman 1 has got the ID 5. So he is the only one that is right now showing. And yeah. So that's it right now. Now I will log out. Okay.
Considering to the question, I would like to add one more thing into it. That is the bed availability. We have just kept it as an auto increment or auto decrement whenever the bed is been allotted or a ventilator has been allotted. We actually wanted to make it a big thing using the SQL statements, but due to the constraints of time, we weren't able to do it.
Yeah, like we have the algo in our mind, but yeah, it was too difficult to do in 24 hours.
Yeah,
On
can
the
we share the
chat.
backend of the chatbot as well?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same.
Yeah, about the chatbot. Actually, we have not implemented it in the backend. The chatbot is of IBM Watson. I was trying first to implement it using the Rasa framework, using Python and all, but the integration would have been difficult using Flask and all to the database, PHP database.
So what have you used right now for the chatbot?
It's IBM Watson.
IBM Watson. Okay, and have you fed in the data already in it?
Yeah, I have included some questions. Hirambo, questions?
Yeah.
Any questions? I mean, if you want to add a staff, delete a staff for the admin.
Enroll patient, view statistic, and it
Okay.
it tells
So
us where to do it. Yeah.
So all the features that you have on the website are also available on the chatbot as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else?
Hiram, now you can continue with the Dokumoshi one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dokumushi.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Dokumoshi is the name given because okay, we all just read an manga named Dokumoshi, and that's why we kept that as the name. And it actually means poisonous insects. And everybody in the field of cyber is like an insect which is trying to get tired of other. So we gave the name poisonous insects, that is Dokumoshi. Yeah. Because everybody in our team is like fan of manga and anime.
Okay, I thought it's something to do with the problem statement. Yeah. Okay.
No. And actually, yeah, it also means that poisonous insects should not be there. And it's like an irony that the name of our hospital is DM, which means Dokumoshi Hospital.
Also, we have protected it from SQL injection by using the prepare statements.
And have you hosted the site somewhere?
No,
We were planning on hosting it using AWS, but
Okay.
it's not hosted.
But actually, we were trying it, but it uses the credit card details. So we don't have right now a debit or credit card, so we were not able to do it.
Okay. Is this site responsive as well?
Yes,
Some parts are responsive. I cannot give 100% guarantee because we only had so much time to add Bootstrap and all the responsive features. So I cannot be sure.
Okay, if you had one more day to implement, what else would you have
Yeah,
done?
definitely we will make it more responsive using Bootstrap and other media statements that we get in CSS. Then we would like to implement our bed allocation algo, and with that we would also like to assign the attending while adding the patient. Instead of while discharging, we are taking it manually. So we would like to allocate it by seeing their schedule in future.
And I can
Also,
add
we
the
were
chatbot to the database. I can
using
implement
Rasa
it
actually.
using Rasa to the Flask.
Also, we would like to add the feature like whenever the submit button is clicked, that timestamp has been stored in the database, and whenever it's the discharge button is clicked, the discharge of the patient is stored in the database, and the patient can also means whatever the reports are there, that will be already given in the printed format to the people out there.
Yeah. So basically, time was too less, and we had too many ideas.
This is great.
Should I stop sharing?
Are there any more questions?
I'm good.
Good too.
Rupali and others, yeah, please.
I'm good.
Yeah, good, no problem.
Thank you so much. It was a great effort.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, team. Actually, it was a great presentation, and the further details will be provided to you on your Discord channels only. So make sure you're active there.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. So now we'll be stopping our stream, and if you judges want, you can stay in the meeting and discuss some things if you want to, or else I think now it's time that all the teams are done, so you guys can fill the evaluation sheets as well for everyone.
Yeah, and Pranav, one thing other than this competition. So
Yes, sir.
we are so much on Discord. So any particular reason, like we are sharing everything on Discord, and this is a collaboration platform we are using. So is it FRCC means we are using it across, or only for this competition we are using this platform?
Actually, we're using this platform only for the competition. So it's like a communication channel where you can make a server for yourself, You can add people there, and you can create channels for different people and give them access to those particular channels itself. So it was easier for us also to manage everyone on the server itself, because then we had 30 teams in total. So 20 were for web, 10 for Android, and it would have been very difficult for us to manage everyone on WhatsApp or some other platform, or emails also, because most of the students in second year don't really check their emails regularly, right? So that also was an issue for us. So that's why we chose a platform that was comfortable for everyone.
All right, I think we can stop the streaming, and maybe we would stay back for a couple of more minutes.
Yes, I'll leave the meeting. There is Sherwin from our organizing committee. If you have any doubts, you can contact him.
Okay, sure. Okay, thank you.
Thank you all the judges for attending the session. It was really great, and I'm really grateful to all of you. Thank you so much.